Today is just like one of those days where I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be. But then also, I've just been thinking about that one song from Yolanda Adams. It's called What About the Children? Look at this view. Sorry, that's what I'm looking at. Oh, it's so beautiful. But the song is called What About the Children? So, in the song, she says, like, what about the children? Remember when we were children, and if not for those who loved us, who cared enough to show us, then where would we be today? So then it just made me start thinking about the kids today. Like, if you know me, I don't have any kids, but I do love kids. I adore them. I've always believed that kids are the closest thing to the source, like the Most High, Mother and Father. And that kids is the bridge between parents, between the upper realm, like between good and evil. Like, it's just so much. But I believe kids are just like those little magical beings and just little bodies. But it made me think, because I just based on things that I see. And I see so my first question would be, as a parent, the parent that you are today, is that someone who your younger inner child could have trusted, been safe with? How is your nervous system around your children? Or how does your children's nervous system respond to you? Because just in my recent days, like working through my chakra systems, I know I keep talking about chakras and I'm never going to stop. So, sorry, but not sorry. So, just working through my chakras, that's when I realized that I've been in, my nervous system has been in shock. I've been living with PTSD, just all this traumatic stuff from my childhood. And then that's what makes me think and I thank God. You have no idea. I thank the Most High, Mother and Father, for everybody that they placed in my life as a kid. Because there were so many times, y'all just don't even know. I have never really went to the detail and told anybody, how many times I've even tried to, take myself out or just wanted to just be gone from here. I just did not like anything about myself. I didn't like anything about this world. And I'm starting to get emotional. I don't want to mean to be, but it's just something I feel like that does, need to be talked about and discussed, because just looking at myself and looking at everything that I went through and things that I'm still overcoming, well into my adult years, right? And I look at my nephew and I think if he went through any a portion of what I went through, I would tear this world apart for that kid. I love him that much. And he's not he's my blood, but he's not my child. But as an aunt, man, I'd do anything for that kid. So then it makes me think back to my childhood and the things that I went through. And then all the people that was placed into my life to just remind me just hold on, it's gonna be okay. And I never believed it was gonna be okay. I never did. And I just felt like I had to be here. I felt like this life was a punishment. Oh, yeah. But when I say what about the children? Are you in turn, just not even on purpose, but are you traumatizing your kid? Because I know as a kid, my parents, my mom got us pretty much anything we asked for, wanted, anything. But the one thing that I wanted from my mom was time. But my mom worked 2 jobs. She was always not always gone, but she was always gone, but working. So we spent a big chunk of our time with our grandma or just other family members being babysat or whatever. And then during that time, that's when the worst things happened to me. And part of me, I did blame my mom because I felt like if she didn't work 2 jobs, she would have been here and she would have like stopped it or anything, like stuff like that. But as an adult, I get it now. Like, our parents, they do the best that they can. So with their understanding, it's just that they want to give us a better life and they want us to have things that they didn't have and things like that. But what really matters at the end of the day? Materials, they're going to go away, right? They're going to either deteriorate or what have you, but they're going to go. And once our flesh and blood goes away too and it rots away, what's left? All we have is what's inside of us, our spirit. So when I ask, what about the children? What about your children's spirit? Is it being nurtured properly? Like, do you talk to your kids? You ask them, hey, how's your day going? And not just for like a conversation. Like, do you really genuinely care how their day's going? Because kids know who cares about them and who don't. Like, whether they know, like they say it or not, they know. They know. And like, do you spend like one-on-one time with your kid? Oh, look at this bee. Oh, it just ran. I don't want to be seen. This little bumblebee, it just landed on me. But what was I saying? Oh, and another thing. And then people that's blending families. Are you isolating your kid to make your partner happy? Because more times what I see with this, and I never say nothing, but it's just been sitting on my heart for so long that it's just got to be said. Like, I just don't understand, like, how some people, like, that's trying to, call themselves chefs in the kitchen, making up a recipe with a family. Sounds like the person from the beginning of the Bible, huh? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to throw him into there. We're going to leave him out of this. But people that's mixing and blending families, do you not understand, like, just because you and your partner, y'all might be like this, that same equation would not apply to your child? And then more so often, people that you're with, they don't genuinely love your kids. They tolerate them. They put up with them. That's not love. And then in that same notion, you're forcing your child to call this person mom or dad, and they don't do mom or dad like things with your child. But you do so because you want to be with this person. Y'all have to stop that. And then I see people that get in relationships where they not once ever had any issues with their kids, and now they bring a person into the situation. Now their kid is problematic. The kid does X, Y, and Z. And then now their kid's always in trouble because of the partner. Make that make sense. Is it really that important, like what you're doing to your child, to have somebody to say that you're with somebody? And then another thing we're going to talk about since we're here. Most people target people with kids because there are predators. They know that you were weak and vulnerable somewhere to allow them to come in and manipulate you. So now they can get in here and play around in your head, tell you what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right, right? And now you're all, But then you just ignore your kid. And then it's like you take a back seat in your own life. And I watched this happen so many times with so many people.